This is why first contact situations are not covered by homeowners insurance. Welcome to the Fortress of Dorkness, the nerdy nexus for all your geeky needs. I'm your host, Chris J'onzz. Seriously, fire that lunch PA. What's worse than having an evil doppelganger? Having an evil doppelganger that's your twin brother. Dun dun dun! Cliff Notes is taking a trip to Mars with DC Comics. How am I supposed to pronounce that?
Get your ass to Mars.
Fine. Malefic J'onzz. Debuting in October 1998, Malefic J'onzz is the deadlier twin brother of J'onzz, aka the Martian Manhunter. They've got kind of a Mario and Luigi thing going on with these names, don't they? Malefic is a powerful Martian being, much like his brother, with an array of, quite frankly, insane abilities. Martian vision, Martian regeneration, Martian molecular manipulation, your standard Martian super speed, Martian strength, and Martian endurance make him a formidable Martian foe. But life wasn't all peachy for Malefic. Like most comic book brothers, here's looking at you, Maximus. Malefic's story starts with him being an outcast. Thinking that he was the only Martian without telepathy or a weakness to fire, he took his anger and displaced it more productively. And by this we mean he created a plague of sorts called Paramar's Curse. But what does that do, you ask the fort? Basically, when any Martian used their telepathic abilities, they would burst into flames and, well, die. But joke's on him because he did have those abilities.
Stupid ass, huh?
They were just being suppressed because he tried to mind rape his sister-in-law. After the plague wiped out nearly every Martian in a mass extinction, Malefic was stranded on his home planet alone. Okay, so maybe the joke's on everyone else.
Stupid ass, huh?
Hey! Meanwhile, his brother John landed on Earth and did a better job of uniting the Seven than Zack Snyder ever did. Learning his brother was still alive, Male rushed to Earth to end his kind once and for all, taking the name Malefic on the way. Jesus, this guy wants his own kind to die just as much as the Indominus Rex. Disguising himself as the Manhunter, MJ took on the Justice League in order to tarnish his brother's reputation before actually killing him. Following the trail of violence and murder being left behind Malefic, John finally finds his brother. Malefic, however, launches John into space to burn to death. He then proceeds to pit each member of the Justice League against each other as Superman realizes that something else is afoot. After some, quite frankly, confusing teleporting and placing brains in arms, this is DC, don't question it, the brothers have a final confrontation. Using the Martian city of J'onzz as a vessel and a battleground, John destroyed his evil twin's mental blocks, once again unleashing his telepathic abilities and making him vulnerable to fire. Never having any formal training with his abilities, Malefic is overcome with terror as his brother hurtles J'onzz into the sun. Martian Manhunter escapes with Superman, and Malefic is thought dead. This would be a logical scenario in this situation, but apparently Zod is so uber badass that he just knows how to use powers because reasons. Thanks, Zack Snyder. It doesn't end there. In their youth, J'onzz and Malefic shared their psyche with each other in a ritual known as Gamalko, a bond for loved ones. From the dead, Malefic twisted his brother's memories of his family and forced him to fight his friends again. But J'onzz overcame it, and Malefic's memory was finally put to rest. And it didn't end there either. As with the new 52 came 52 new reasons for us to give up on modern DC Comics. In this version, he is stuck in human form via a paralyzing telepathy under the name Leo Chandler. Wanting to restore Mars and enslave the Earth, he gathers together 4 devices to accomplish this with the aid of the White Martians. His paralysis is eventually cured, but he's welcomed back with a spear through the face during the final battle.
Give me your face.
In other media, Malefic was featured in the DC animated film Justice League Doom, where he is hired by Vandal Savage, along with many other DC villains. He has also had an alternate look as a white Martian in the comic adaptation of the cartoon Batman, the Brave and the Bold. Malefic is an important part to Martian Manhunter's story, but not so much to the overall DC pantheon. Maybe one day Malefic will get his day in the sun, but then again that could kill him, so maybe not. That's all we have for today. Leave your comments in the flames below so our Martian DNA doesn't have to read them. Please follow our telepathic demand to like, subscribe, and merge with us on social media. This has been Cliff Notes. I'm Christian Villarreal, and you've been watching The Fortress of Dorkness.